They called us weak. They called us scavengers. They thought we would break, kneel, and fade into the dust of history. They were wrong. The Xel'nari Dominion came to our worlds with their gleaming warships and cold, empty eyes. They saw our cities, our people, and decided we were unworthy. They bombed our colonies, enslaved our survivors, and stripped our planets bare. They left us with nothing. Nothing but wreckage. Nothing but scraps. Nothing but the ghosts of what we once were. A deep inhale. The shift from despair to defiance. But humanity doesn't break. We endure. We learn. We build. So, in the dark, beneath the watchful gaze of our masters, we worked. They forced our engineers into the ship-breaking yards of Chorus 9, thinking we were nothing more than mindless laborers, picking through the wreckage of war. But as we tore apart their old battleships, we studied them. Every wire, every circuit, every weapon we dismantled, we memorized. We whispered our discoveries in the shadows. We mapped out their weaknesses in the dead of night. We turned their arrogance into our blueprint for vengeance. And then, we built something. Not with pristine alloys or factory-made parts, but with the broken, discarded remains of those who fell before us. A warship forged from the bones of the fallen. A weapon born from the refuse of war. They called it an abomination. We called it the redemption. She was ugly. Scarred. A patchwork of stolen steel and forgotten firepower. Her hull bore the insignias of 100 different fleets, Xel'nari, Ralvik, even the shattered remains of Terran warships lost in battle. But inside? Inside, she was a monster. Salvaged ion cannons from Dominion destroyers. Plasma torpedoes ripped from the wreckage of an annihilated fleet. Hyperdrives stolen from the very ships meant to keep us caged. And at her core? The minds of 1,000 engineers who had been told they were nothing. The day we launched, the sky itself seemed to hold its breath. The Dominion had grown complacent, comfortable in their power, assured that no force in the galaxy could stand against them. But they had never seen humanity with its back against the wall. When redemption took flight, the alarms on Chorus 9 howled like dying beasts. We punched through their blockade, their warships scrambling in confusion, their generals demanding to know how mere slaves had stolen one of their own. They didn't understand. We didn't steal anything. We built this with our own hands. With their scraps. With their discarded corpses of war. And now, we were going to show them what humanity could do. The first Dominion cruiser to engage us didn't even have time to report our presence before we tore through its hull with plasma fire. The second tried to run. We let them. We wanted them to send a message. Humanity was done running. And now we were hunting. They called in reinforcements, battle-hardened fleets, elite strike forces. They came with fire and fury, with numbers that should have crushed us beneath them. But redemption was a ghost, a demon in the dark, moving in ways no Dominion ship had ever dared. We wove through their formations like vultures in a storm. Every weapon they had, we had seen before. Every tactic they deployed, we had studied. Every weakness they carried, we had memorized. We weren't just fighting them. We were dismantling them. For the first time in their history, the Xel'nari felt fear. The scavengers they had dismissed were now the architects of their destruction. The slaves they had ignored were now their executioners. And when we finally reached the Dominion's core fleet, when we faced their greatest warship, the one they called Eternal Wrath, we didn't hesitate. We fought them in the abyss of space, amidst the wreckage of their own arrogance. We used their own weapons against them, turned their own firepower into their undoing. And when the Eternal Wrath finally buckled, when its mighty frame cracked and its engines failed, we sent them a message. One sentence. One truth. You gave us trash. We built a nightmare. A long silence. The weight of victory. The Dominion still exists. For now. But they know, deep in the marrow of their bones, that humanity is not a species to be conquered. We are not a species to be controlled. And we are never, ever a species to be underestimated. Because when you push us to the brink, we push back. Stronger. Smarter. Deadlier. They gave us nothing. We built everything. And now we are coming for them.